Hey guys, what is going on? It is Chris here, back once again doing a FanDuel overview. Sorry, and definitely, like I said, a look ahead to today's games. Sorry about my voice a little bit there. It's a little messed up right now, but anyway, we got 8 games today. Definitely looking forward to it. Some pretty good ones. Not the highest totals, which I'm kind of surprised about. Hopefully, some of them, go up. We've got a couple injuries to look at, but nothing too bad so far. Harden should be out once again. So, yeah, anyway, that was a W for us last night. Let me go look. Played in all double ups. Sorry, in 50-50s. That's what I've been telling everybody to play in, and it definitely panned out for most of them. So as you see there, put in 289 and 1,421 on that one with the 291.3, and then another sub put in 151 and 1,255. So man, sorry about that. So yeah, would love to have you guys join us. $50 a month or $350 for the season, including playoffs. To get in on it, check out our website down there in the comment section below. And also, if you need any help or anything, check out our Twitter, which will be down there in the comment section as well. So yeah, would love to have you guys join us. We've got a big, nice 8-game slate here for Friday. So we are definitely looking forward to it. So yeah, let's jump into it. We got the Clippers and Orlando Magic. We got a 217 total here, and the Clippers only by 2. So this one could be not too bad here. As you see there, Orlando gets a little bit of a boost there, and a couple areas for their DVP, mostly Nikola Vukovic, a 5.4 boost. So you may want to pick him a little bit tomorrow. I think he should get you at least a 20-15 game. Man, I apologize for that. 20 points, 15 rebounds is what I think he can get. At least get you 45 in this game. Besides that, not really looking at any Magic. Even if the DVP wasn't an issue, I just don't see anyone I really like. The Clippers, same thing. I know it's an okay total in this one. I just don't see anyone I really care for. They played Boban way too much last night, so he's not going to play, I don't think, too much. Just as you see there, DVP against Gallinari, -6.7 and a -4 for Harris. So honestly, I'll probably looking at Vukovic, maybe Gordon, but probably Vukovic, and that's probably it. I mean, as you see, that total's not too crazy. Could be a close game, so maybe I put in one or two more, just depending on how the total is. But as of early in the morning, I'm going to be looking at Vukovic, and that's probably it here. All right, moving on. Brooklyn and Houston, 216 and Houston by 3. I personally think Brooklyn could keep it very close or even beat them. But Houston's is not playing well without Harden, and he's doubtful once again. So, yeah, anyway, as you see here, let me see. Capella, once again, I don't mind him. He's been getting you around 40 to 45 without no James Harden. You can put in Carmelo just because he's going to, shoot a lot. Looked very bad last game, but, maybe put him in there. Chris Paul, he might get you 40. I don't see crazy ceiling in this one. Joe Harris might get you 20 to 23 off the bench. Don't mind some Jared Allen if you want to go that way. He's been up and down. Let me go look at him here real quick. Sorry, Houston is getting a little bit better DVP-wise against that center position. So they were at 17 just a couple days ago. Now they're at 8. So, but still, 8 is still pretty dang high. Let me go look here. Like I said, 28, 24, and 24. The only bad thing, though, is that $6,500. So I don't really think he's really worth it. You can look at Ed Davis for just a little bit cheaper if you need to at $3,700, but he might get you 18 to 20. So I think you can look at Clint Capella for sure in this one. RHJ's been half decent, but he's still trying to come back from that injury. Definitely look at Carmelo a little bit. Like I said, he might get you 25 to 30. They're going to need him in this one, I think. Karis LeVert, definitely can look at him. And then point guard, don't mind Chris Paul, Russell, Dinwiddie. They're kind of limited by minutes. So probably looking at Capella, to be honest. Chris Paul, I just don't see a lot of upside in him. There's so many other good point guards out there in this one. So I'm looking at probably, like I said, you can look at Allen, but not getting big minutes at all, which hurts. Harris with a 4.6, Capella with a 5.2. So that's probably where I would look at. LeVert has a negative 6.2, but I personally do like Karis LeVert. All right, moving on to our next game here is the Thunder and Washington. 229 Washington only by 2, so should be a good one. OKC coming on a back-to-back, but I'm not too worried about it. I think they should be fine. I'm surprised it's a 2 spread. I personally think OKC should win. Washington's not looking good, but the good thing for them is they are back at home from that West Coast road trip and had a day off, so I think it could definitely help them out a little bit. Once again, don't mind some Westbrook. I don't think this back-to-back affects him at all. Steven Adams didn't do too good last night, but I think he can get you anywhere from his normal 30 to 35. Howard has a good DVP rating, but I don't know how much they're really going to push him just because he hasn't played the entire year. But who knows? He could come out and get you 30, 35. But, if we get word he's going to play normal minutes, shoot, why not put him in there in a GPP? But if he's going to be limited, obviously don't play him. Otto Porter maybe get you 30 in this one. I really don't mind Paul George. I know has a negative DVP, but I think he's in half-decent spot. You can look at Bradley Beal too. Like I said, this is a pretty high total, so mostly everybody is on the board, even though the DVP doesn't agree. But like I said, since this the Vegas total is so high, I'm probably going to have a couple of them in. So, yeah, I really like that one. Also, John Wall as well, coming back home. Think he gets you 45 to 50. All right, moving on. New York and Dallas, 218 and Dallas by 6. So, another game I really don't mind to target. Let's go look at it here. Tim Hardaway, a little bit of a boost. Vonleh, a little bit of a boost. He'll be very popular. Mitchell Robertson, Enes Kanter. You can look at those two. DeAndre Jordan, Harrison Barnes. Really don't mind looking at those guys. Dennis Smith has been kind of terrible. You can take a GPP shot with JJ Barea if you really want to. Let me see here. Shooting guard, like I said, you can look at Luka Doncic, Tim Hardaway if you need to. Wesley Matthews is relatively cheap. Harrison Barnes for around 27 to 30 in this one if that's what you need. Noah Vonleh, unfortunately, is so dang expensive now, but I love him. I think he can get you 25, 30, even a little bit more, depending on his foul trouble. And then DeAndre Jordan is in a pretty good dang spot. Enes Kanter price is coming down a little bit, playing off the bench. Man, excuse me. Coming off the bench. I don't mind him. He had a bad one last time, but like I said, this dude, unfortunately, man, his minutes are going down. They're, trying to give it to the younger Mitchell Robertson. So, yeah, Kanter may be a little bit out of play here. So I do apologize for putting him in there. I didn't realize how bad his minutes were. Mitchell Robertson, bad thing with this dude, he gets in foul trouble. He's only $4,200, had a bad game there. Doesn't play big minutes at all, so if you need a GPP punt play, you can look at him, but not crazy upside. At worst, he could be your lowest drop score, but I think he can get you anywhere from 19 to 20, maybe even 21. So I know he screwed a lot of people last game, but I think he's in play here. Noah Vonleh, don't mind him, but like I said, he is relatively expensive now, so hopefully he gets his fantasy points that he should, which he definitely can. Harrison Barnes, don't mind him for 25, 30. In cash game, probably Luka Doncic and Tim Hardaway, like those two. Wesley Matthews as well. And maybe go JJ Barea, but his usage actually is pretty dang high, but he just besides last game, his shots were just terrible. So who knows? Maybe Dennis Smith picks it up, but I'm probably not going to mess with it there. So, a couple from that one I will be looking at. All right, moving on, Memphis and Utah in this one here. No total, probably around a 209 to 211. No total just because of Mr. Mitchell is out, so that's going to affect it a little bit. So that opens up room for Ricky Rubio. That opens room for Joe Ingles, Crowder, Royce O'Neal. Just opens up quite a bit of usage there for a lot of people. So don't mind picking a couple of those Utah guys. Not the best matchup, but, they're going to have to pick it up a little bit, and they're relatively cheap. So, like I said, Ingles, Royce O'Neal, Ricky Rubio. You can look at those guys, Jay Crowder. They're all going to have to pick up a little bit of extra minutes. Let's go look at the DVP here just real quick. Conley gets a plus 3.3, so you can definitely look at him. Marc Gasol gets a plus 9, so I think he can get you 42 to probably 45 at very, very low ownership. So definitely can look at him. He's been quietly a pretty good dang fantasy player this year. So look at Gasol and Conley on that side. Nobody's going to have these dudes just because, it's Memphis. Like I said, Utah will probably be a little bit popular. Like I said, Ingles, Royce O'Neal, Jay Crowder, and maybe a little bit of Rubio as well. All right. Oof, man, my voice is killing me. Anyway, sorry about that. Toronto and Phoenix here. This should be a straight annihilation. Got no total, but probably like a 225, 230 in Toronto by like 11 to 13 in this one. Looks like Booker probably not going to play once again. So it's up to you who you want to pick in this one. Kyle Lowry is very, very expensive, so I don't know if you really need him. You can look at the Eli here once again as a very cheap option if you need to. Shooting guard, maybe look at Green. I just don't really want to pay up in a blowout, obvious reasons. Kawhi Leonard out of the picture for me. You can definitely look at Pascal Siakam if OG Anunoby is out. I'm not sure. No, he's going to play. Well, that kind of sucks. I still think you can look at Siakam for maybe 25, 26 in this one. Not going to have him everywhere, but, Anunoby being in there kind of hurts quite a bit. You can look at Valanciunas if you want. But like I said, this should be a straight blowout. I still expect Lowry and Leonard to probably hit their 5 times value, but I don't expect them to go over it. So, like I said, there's still half-decent plays in a pretty good matchup, but Phoenix is just terrible. So I don't really want to pick anyone. Like I said, I mentioned Eli there as a point guard. If you want to go that way, Siakam's still in a half-decent spot. So we'll have to see what they got going on. Can't really give you too much there. Could be a blowout, so up to you who you want in that one. Probably not too many in that game there. And then another potential blowout, Minnesota and Golden State. I do expect Minnesota to stay with them for the most part, and then unfortunately I think Golden State can, as they normally do, get away there in that third quarter. Anyway, we got a 239 Golden State by 11. So if you think this game's going to stay close, why not stack up on it? Pretty sure a couple other people are going to have ownership in this game. If Jeff Teague doesn't play again and Jeff Teague and Jones, definitely can look at Rose. He's not going to get you his crazy 60-plus game again. Jimmy Butler is going to be back, so I could see anywhere from 28 to 32. And Derrick Rose, if those two are out. Curry's Curry, if you want to put him in there, probably get you 45-50. Jimmy Butler, he's fresh. He might get you 45-50 as well. Let me see who else we got. You can look at Clay, but I'm not too high on him. Don't mind Katie, but I'd rather have Curry, to be honest. Draymond, I think he's in a good spot. I always mention Minnesota is very bad against the power forward position, so you can put in Draymond. I think he can get you 38 to 40 in this one. And then you can look at Towns, but usually every time Jimmy Butler plays, he sucks. But he's picking it up recently the last couple of games. So, don't mind this one. Like I said, it could be a blowout, but for the most part, this is where you're going to have your stars. I don't see many stars in the other games. Wall and Westbrook, obviously. I think that's really it for the big boys. And then Minnesota and Golden State, I think that's where you got to look at to get some of your exposure. Plus, it's a 239, so Minnesota still should score quite a bit of points. So, that's kind of what I am looking at there. So, that is it. Like I said, it was a good night for us last night. cashed in all double ups. Like I said, these are our subs winning. They cashed pretty good. As you see, 210 entry fees and 337 in winning. And then here's another one here with 155 and 151 and 255 winning. So yeah, we'd love to have you guys on board. $50 a month, and could definitely love to have you guys join us. To get in on it, check out our website down there in the comment section. Also hit us up on Twitter as well. So yeah, that is it. I really do apologize for my voice. I know it's probably annoying to listen to, but I decided to do a video for you guys. Didn't want to miss another video. Already missed a couple this weekend. So that is it. Like I said, thanks for bearing with me with my voice. I do apologize for that. But as normal, if you like the video, please leave a like. I definitely do appreciate your guys' feedback and support. So, and if you are new, hit that sub button. We will be doing FanDuel advice videos almost every single day. So that is it, guys. Hopefully you guys all have a pretty good Friday, and we'll see you guys all here on Saturday.